Long is a lecturer on international relations at the University of Reading, and he joins us now. Good to have you with us, Tom. So this row over his remarks about the Khan family just doesn't seem to be going away, and even members of his own party are telling him to leave it alone now. Has he finally gone too far?
Well, it's hard to say because he's crossed one line after another that everyone thought had gone too far, and somehow he's been able to hang in there. But really, criticizing in this way the parents of a fallen U.S. service member, I think, is too much for many in his own party to take, including many of his own supporters who see themselves as really pro-military.
Hillary, of course, now appears to be ahead in the polls. There's one poll giving her a 9-point post-convention bounce. Is that momentum that she can maintain, do you think?
It is momentum. We always see these swings right around convention time, and having the two conventions right back to back makes it a little bit harder to read these polls. So I think you have to be careful about not reading too much into this immediate swing. We need to see what happens over the next couple of weeks. But I think it's safe to say between how the two conventions went and this latest spat with Trump and his own party, the momentum is moving toward Clinton.
Are there a lot of undecideds, do you think, who could change the outcome right at the last minute?
You know, to call them undecideds like you would in most years is probably not quite right. They're really disgusted with both, I think, disgusted with the parties, and often many of them feel a personal dislike toward both of the candidates. The unfavorable ratings of both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are beyond what we have seen in previous campaigns. So some of them may go for third parties, though traditionally that is a long shot in U.S. politics. And many of them will probably hold their nose and vote for the candidate that they find least unlikable.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. I mean, for a lot of voters, they must be looking at these two candidates and thinking, well, it's between a rock and a hard place. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen an election quite like this in any country, let alone America.
I don't think there's been an election quite like this, certainly not in America. But that said, what we have eventually, I think you have a few different factors that matter quite a lot in all U.S. elections. That's the state of the economy. That is pretty good in the United States, and that helps Hillary. You have pretty high favorable ratings for an incumbent Democratic president. And then you have the ground game, how the parties are able to turn out their supporters. All three of those factors right now lean toward Hillary Clinton, but there's still about 100 days to go left before the election, so things could still change.
Yeah, 3 months to go. A lot of things could happen between now and then. Tom, thank you very much indeed for that. Tom Long, University of Reading there.